When your identity is built around excellence and achievement, it can be a powerful thing. It can push you through long nights of studying, endless work shifts, high pressure situations. It can help you reach incredible heights in your career. But what happens when that same drive, so useful at first, begins to consume your life, your joy, becomes all consuming? What happens when the life you've built starts to feel hollow? When success doesn't feel as fulfilling as it once did, or when success doesn't bring home the promises of fulfillment that you thought it would? You may find yourself burned out, disconnected, and wondering, is this really it? Is this what I've been working for? That's what happened to Liz, a physician who gave everything to her career until she realized that she needed more than a successful career. She needed a life. Hey, I'm Dr. Andrew Smith. I'm a therapist. I'm the founder of Rewire Wellness. Over the years, I've worked with countless high-achieving professionals like Liz who find themselves stuck, wondering how the career they once loved became a source of burnout and disconnection. Today, I want to share Liz's story and how she found her way back to connection and joy by using a values-based approach. Stick with me till the end, and I'll give you a practical framework for how you can start rebuilding what matters most in your life. And if you're ready to take next steps, download our free connection guide at rewirewellness.co. You'll find a link in the description below. Here are the things I want to cover today. Here's the roadmap. Number 1, Liz's story and the hidden cost of career success. Number 2, why burnout is about more than exhaustion. It's about disconnection. Number 3, how Liz rebuilt her life using a simple values-based framework. And number 4, the practical steps that you need to reconnect with yourself and the people who matter the most. And through that process, you're going to be kind of seeing the basic outline of how Rewire, this thing that we've built, works. Okay, let's dive in. Let's get into the main content. So part 1, Liz's story, the hidden cost of success. Liz, she's always been an achiever. Becoming a physician was her lifelong dream, and she knew it would take hard work and sacrifice. While her friends were traveling and deepening relationships, having families, Liz was grinding her way through medical school, residency, and fellowship. To get through that gauntlet, it takes all of you. She tells herself, I'll make time for those things later. But later really never came. Liz, she became an incredible doctor. But her world had really shrunk in the process. Work became the center. Friends drifted away. Hobbies disappeared. She describes it best like this: I feel like a bodybuilder with massive biceps, but the skinniest little calves you've ever seen. Her professional identity was sharp and muscular, but her personal life was weak and atrophied. Part 2, why burnout is really about disconnection. Liz's story, it's not unique. Physicians and many other high-achieving professionals, they're at high risk for burnout. It's not just the long hours or the endless responsibilities. It's the chronic exposure to stress and suffering and high stakes. Over time, it rewires how you start to see the world. Instead of seeing joy and connection, you see risk and isolation. For Liz, work didn't just consume her time, it became her entire identity. And when things at work feel overwhelming, and they will in those high-stress occupations, she has nowhere else to turn. This is the real danger of building your entire life around a single identity. When that identity falters, it can leave you feeling lost. Part 3, the Rewire approach, how rebuilding what matters can change everything. So the turning point for Liz was realizing that she needed more than a career. She needed a life. Here's how she did it using the Rewire framework. Step 1, let's start by clarifying Liz's values. She spent years focused on excellence in medicine. But when she stepped back, she realized she'd lost sight of other core values like connection, leadership, and joy. She wasn't trying to fix burnout. She was trying to build a life that felt worth living. Step 2 for Liz, committing actions towards connection. Liz committed to small, meaningful actions that aligned with her values. Rebuilding friendships. She reached out to old friends and set up regular coffee dates. Setting boundaries at work. She stopped checking patient charts at midnight. She stopped making her after-dinner habit to get on her computer to finish that grant. And she learned to say no to extra responsibilities. rediscovering joy. She started running again, playing piano again, reading novels. They're not just secondary hobbies. They're pieces that start to define a life outside of medicine. At first, it felt unnatural, but over time, it became essential to her well-being. Step 3, changing how she engaged with people. Liz also realized that when she did spend time with others, she often dominated conversations with work problems. This created a barrier between her and the people she loved. And because they loved her, they let her do it. She set new boundaries in this context. She limited how much time she talked about work. She practiced listening instead of cynical conversation leading. She focused on curiosity and shared experiences rather than her unique experiences as a physician only. So, in closing, today, Liz is still a physician, but she's also redefined herself as a friend, a sister, someone with a life beyond medicine. If you resonate with Liz's story, if you've poured everything into your career at the expense of yourself, that's going to get you a lot in your life, but you have to change course now to fold back in or fold in for the first time some other pieces. So download our free connection guide at rewirewellness.co. You can take our plan builder, which is a relationship health assessment. I'd love to see you like and subscribe this video to this channel if you got anything out of that. And I'll finish by saying this: are you feeling burned out, disconnected, stuck in work mode all the time? We've got an answer, but that answer involves regrounding yourself in the meaning of connection and people outside of that thing that's burning you out. And we've got a way for you to do that. So come spend time with us. Go to rewirewellness.co, and I'll see you at the next video.